Greetings, y'all. It's me, Raquel SSG. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. Um, I was just watching some X-Men episodes with Apion and Panawannabe on Apion's channel, and it's it's been very quite a while since I saw the X-Men animated series, but I pretty much remember it for the most part. Um, Pretty enjoy it really much. I would like to get the DVDs. Um, I think there's like 5 of them. I think. Yeah, there's 5 DVDs. I'd like to get them um uh, eventually or soon as possible, somewhere between there. Hello, Mikey. How are you doing? I invited you to my Twitter group chat. And the link for the panel is on there if you want to join. So uh yes, on X. You'll see it in the Twitter group chat. You should have it. If you have any problems, just let me know. So I heard McDonald's is gonna start selling Krispy Kreme donuts um in 2006, which is weird because McDonald's is not really known for like donuts. I haven't had a Krispy Kreme donut in I don't know how long. It's been quite a long time. Um, but their donuts are pretty good. And here's Mikey. Hello, Mikey. How are you?
How's it going? Can you
Doing
hear me
good.
okay? Can you
Yes,
hear
I
me
can hear
okay?
you.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I know you were having connection troubles on deleted scenes channel. Hopefully everything's stable.
Oh, I hope so it stays stable. But you know me, I come back and forth.
Yeah, that tends to happen with technology and stuff like that.
Uh, of course. Oh, hey, there's Jason Fox.
Hey, Jason Fox. If you want to come up on here, actually, let me just put the link in the chat. But hello,
Yeah, that'd
welcome.
be cool. Yeah,
Just
Jason, um, if you could put your link in the private chat when you come on, let me go to your channel so I can subscribe to you. We have 132 subscribers so far.
sweet.
We're only 18 away from 150. Yeah, so we're steadily growing. We
That's
start all of
great.
our, I call it the, yeah, we call it the weekly webcam series, and of course, you know, three of them will be through Restream, but two of them will be webcams that I do from here. Um, and that starts on Monday. So, and actually, our first subject will be the discussion of, it's called Mikey TV, and our first discussion would be about, well, where did April Fools come from? And so we're going to talk about that. Then I'll recommend a DVD, and then I'll take a couple questions from the chat room. They can ask me
Sweet.
anything really, so I
That
try to
is
answer them best I
interesting. Like,
can.
where did the origin of April
Yeah,
Fools
it's
come
kind of
from? You still there, Mikey?
just trying to stay with you, Raquel. Yep. Sorry. Go ahead.
No worries. Um, I was saying, like, that sounds very interesting. Like, where did the idea April Fools come from?
Yeah. Well, what I know so far is consider well, it was considered a pagan holiday, and it has something to do with royalty. That's as far as I know. It was just a
Mm,
joke, and then that's where they come from, the April Fool's joke. I'm sure Wikipedia has a whole big article on it. And I haven't had a chance to read through it yet, but I'll have that read by the weekend, and then I can take parts of it, write down the main parts, the main points, and then just kind of let everybody know, on Monday. So yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, by the way, it starts at 4 p.m. Eastern time, so I believe that's 3 o'clock p.m. Your time, right? You're still an hour behind us.
yes, I'm on Central Time, so that would be 3 p.m. for me.
Yeah, so right now it's 9 o'clock for you, and
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock for me. I was I was just watching some X-Men episodes from the original series with Apion and
10 o'clock for
Wannabe.
me. Okay, yeah,
Um
so an hour. On deleted scenes. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
and it's been quite a while
I just
since I
adjusting
watched
myself.
the
Ugh.
X-Men animated series, but
You
remember it for the most
know
part.
how that is.
Um I I would like to get the I think there's like 5 DVD sets of the original X-Men animated series, and I would like to get like a hold of them eventually. Uh, and so tomorrow I'll be. I think tomorrow. Oh. Um. Hello, welcome, Jason Fox.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? Welcome.
Well, that'll be cool.
Um, I'm doing pretty well. It's let's see here. It's
Oh, we lost Mikey.
th-
He'll be back. He'll be
oh
back.
yeah. It's like a little over 3 at night where I live,
Oh yeah, where are you from?
Norway.
Norway.
So I live far in the future.
Sweet. Like I have a few friends that, lived in, the UK, Australia. One of them I always get the he was either, let's see, starts with an S.
Sweden?
Um I
Sweden?
keep yes, Sweden. Thank you. I always
Yeah, my
confu-
neighbors.
I always get confused with Sweden with Switzerland. It's like, no, it's not Switzerland.
No, a lot of people
Ah,
do know it's Sweden. Yeah, that's my neighbors,
there's Jason.
and then of course we have Denmark, the other neighbor.
Take two.
Welcome back, Mikey.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Hi again.
Hello, Jason.
Yeah,
Welcome
of
back.
course. I didn't
Hello
expect
again.
to that you wanted me on the channel here.
Oh
So I'm
yeah,
glad.
Well, we
I
missed you.
I know Mikey for like a while back. I think it's been what, a year or two, maybe somewhere between there.
Hmm?
Yeah, it's been over. Yeah, it's been over a year now. Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah. Miss Raquel and Moira Kitty were some of the people that
Oh yeah,
came to
Moira. Yeah,
me
yeah, yeah. I
and
know
said,
her.
"Hey,
Been on
start a
streams with
channel."
her.
Yeah,
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 Moira is a really good kitty.
yeah.
She and I are really pretty
yeah.
much like
She's a great kitty.
kitty
BFFs.
buffs. Well, yeah, BFFs, and we're really like we're, we also love cats. We really love cats.
Ah, yeah. No, I understand that, and I do see that you're a big fan of Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, I like. It's not. I'm a fan of anime. Like I've let's see. Yeah, first time I watched anime, even when I didn't know at the time, was Road and Warriors, and then
Ah,
I
yeah,
I discovered Dragon Ball Z, and ever since
yeah.
then I've been pretty hooked with anime and stuff.
Oh, yeah. And Dragon Ball is one of the biggest things that was in anime, and one of the reasons why a lot of people love anime and manga. So,
Yeah, if
and
like it wasn't. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
rest in peace to Akira. That
Definitely.
really it was kind of sad because I was streaming, we did our show, and we were in a really serious topic and stuff like that. And then suddenly one of our viewers just tells us just like, yeah, Akira died, and I just, as I called it, went out of character in a way. Because it's just like, damn, I did not expect to hear that today. One of my biggest inspirations of writing and stuff, and shit, that really did hit home.
Yeah, like when I saw that on Twitter, I'm like, "Are you serious?" And I did my research, and yeah, he did pass, and I was quite saddened to hear about it because if it wasn't for Dragon Ball Z, I wouldn't be the major anime weeb I am today. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many countless anime like I could
Oh, there's so
voice
many animes
out
out there.
that I really love. But I grew up with the Toonami version of anime, like back in the day
Yeah, the good
before.
old Toonami, yes. I
Yeah,
actually think Toonami did a really nice tribute for Akira on Toonami now.
yeah, I saw
They
that with
yeah,
Stephen Bloom.
yeah, and they,
Hey,
mentioned his name, showed the anime. I'm disappointed that it was Dragon Ball Z Kai, because that's like the censored version to a certain point and re-edited and a little stuff like that. Because they remove 90% of story to Gohan in Dragon Ball Z Kai, and it kind of sucks because it's just like I want to see Gohan's story, please.
Well, I'm not really familiar with Dragon Ball
so
Kai. I'm more familiar with Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT. Like
is Akira? When did he pass away?
a
Akira, I just
couple,
got
I
back
think a
in.
few weeks ago.
2 weeks
Oh
ago,
wow.
Uh,
yeah. The
Wait,
first
was his name Tomoyama?
Tori
Was that it?
Toriyama.
Akira Toriyama.
Toriyama.
Yeah, he died
Okay.
first of
Akira
March, but
Toriyama. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
we didn't know
Right.
that
Okay,
before
I
some
remember
days
now. Yeah.
after. Yeah, so
Yeah,
some days after it was announced that he unfortunately passed away.
I think he
Oh
passed
right,
away, and his family wanted some time to grieve, so it wasn't
privacy.
announced till um like
Yeah.
a week later, I think. If I'm getting that
Yeah, they
correctly.
wanted some. Yeah, they wanted some privacy. I do remember. I
Yeah,
do recall that now.
which is
Akira.
understandable. Yeah.
They were showing a lot of, and you're right, Jason. They were showing a lot of tributes of Dragon Ball Z,
Did you
Goku,
guys hear
all that
that?
stuff for like a
Yeah,
whole
and
week after he passed away.
yeah,
Yeah, a
Mhm.
marathon
did, did you
actually.
did you guys hear that the Mexican mafia also took time off to give him a tribute?
A Mexican mafia?
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, the
that was
Mexican
really
mafia.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And when I
Yeah,
heard it, I
those are
thought
the
it was a
guys that.
joke first, and but it wasn't apparently. It was real. And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
they're the ones that run basically Mexico City proper, and yeah, they took like almost 2 weeks off, I think, if I recall right. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's just
because
crazy.
the
It's just
kids
like
loved it. Yeah, yeah,
yes, it's just like it's crazy to think about. Just think about the mafia actually had some time. We just like yeah, we are not gonna do anything criminal or anything today. We're gonna take time off and we're gonna do a tribute to the legend.
Mhm.
So that is kind of crazy to think about.
well, my niece, yeah, I have a niece whose name is let's see, there's Kayla and then Monique. Okay, Monique. So she went to her first Comic Con dressed up as one of the
Oh,
characters from Sailor Moon. Yeah,
oh,
and she looked
really?
really hot. I mean, she had a nice outfit and everything. And she was a huge Dragon Ball Z. I know she loved all the different series. So I'm pretty sure with Akira's passing that she was heartbroken. I would be, especially if I was really deeply into Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Yeah, of
Mhm.
course. Because we have the Dragon Ball Z, we have Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and of course Dragon Ball
Yeah,
GT. Dragon Ball GT is the most hated anime of them all because that it
yes,
was not Akira who did it. But again, GT did give us a lot of cool stuff and other cool stories. So, I don't hate it because it did give us certain cool stuff. And then, we continue with Dragon Ball Super and stuff like that. And I'm not the biggest fan of Dragon Ball Super. I thought it was a little weaker and stuff like that, but I still heavily enjoyed it after rewatching it a couple times and actually getting more into it. Because I felt I used to call it the last Jedi of the Dragon Ball.
The the Last Jedi, the Dragon Ball. It
Yeah.
kind of makes sense. Yeah.
I like the crossover. There was the crossovers they
Just give him a minute.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
That's completely
Yeah.
fine.
yeah.
I've had
Some
those
of those are
problems
great
myself.
crossover. Uh, ah,
You there, Mikey?
Mikey?
by the
Hello?
Yeah.
way, channel, Jason. Your 5 subscription and all notifications on your channel, so now I can
Oh, thank you so
follow your
much.
channel.
Thank you so much.
Personally.
Yeah,
Sweet.
we are an
Oh,
18 plus channel, so we
oh,
swear and we
for
say
sure, for
words that
sure.
people are afraid of doing on YouTube.
Yeah. Like, this is definitely 18 plus channel. Like,
Yeah, I'm
I don't
really
really
nervous.
stream on like. Well, I am streaming on Twitch right now.
Oh,
But
I have
there,
said so much. I've been streaming to Twitch at the same time. I've been trying to ban my Twitch channel just for fun, but
why?
but because I don't use Twitch, even though I have a lot of good friends in Norway who are big streamers and stuff like
Right.
that. But I don't care about Twitch. So I've been trying to ban my Twitch instead of deleting it just for fun. And I've said every little single thing in the book that they don't like, and I'm still there. I don't
Oh,
understand. Come on, Twitch. I want you to ban the channel just for fun.
just for fun.
Just for fun. But it's just to
Yeah.
see how far I can go, how far I can go to see if Twitch will ban the channel or not.
Well, here's hoping, I guess.
Because I really
Um,
don't
Can
care
you hear
about
me
Twitch.
okay, guys?
I can
yeah,
hear
we
you
can
pretty
hear you
well.
fine, Mikey. I know you're having connection troubles, but we're glad you're still here with us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
same here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am streaming on Twitch right now. Same name as my channel. Yeah,
Hey,
like
Yeah.
I
So
one of the
hi Twitch.
yeah.
If you see
hey
me,
Twitch.
please ban Twitch. Please ban my Twitch channel. Thank you.
When I was first starting, like out on Twitch, I had this guests going on, and it sounded this guy sounded young, and like I'm like,
Hmm.
well, it's hard to tell at that point. Like I know from my voice I sound young, but I'm that's not the case. It's
Twitch.
just how the way my voice sounds. I'm really in my 30s. Like, man, like people are like know about that and they're probably like shocked about that. I'm like, yes, I'm really in
Yeah.
my 30s. Um, so I like I asked this like person like how old are you, and they were underage, and I'm like, oh I'm sorry to tell you this, but this is like 18 plus channel. I can't even have you on the panel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
We used
it sucks, but
Yeah, no, we used to back in the day when I started 540, because it's more than just a YouTube channel. It's also a company. But we started with Twitch, with just gaming with my old co-hosts, and none of them works for me anymore. Um, but we started out with gaming, and one of my idiot of co-hosts invited one of our viewers to our Discord server to play Minecraft with us.
hmm
And I am 18 plus when I talk, and when I talk about stuff, I will use every word in the fucking book, and I will swear a lot. And then we heard the voice, and it's just like, this is a kid. Oh my fucking god, I got so pissed. That was not
yeah,
fun.
it tends to happen.
Mm.
Here's the confusing part. Like I get this platform is public, but it doesn't make sense to me that we have to like restrain or age restrict our channels when there is a other YouTube website that's just for kids.
Yeah, it's like with YouTube. You have YouTube for kids
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff too. And it's like I say, if I don't care how old you are, if you watch our channel, the only thing I want to ask then, are your parents watching what you're doing? It's like that's my
No.
biggest concern. It's this like
No, they're not.
maybe they should.
Yeah,
Maybe your parents
definitely,
should
but
control a little bit. If you're watching us, then your parents, I'm sorry. If you're the parents to those kids, please watch over what they're watching on YouTube, because I don't
yeah,
want kids to watch what we do, because we are
yeah,
18 plus and we say stuff kids should not listen to.
should not hear. It's like inappropriate for the kids. That's why you should have parent controls on everything.
Yeah, they should. A lot of
Yeah,
them
they
should, of
should.
course.
Well,
And
they
Jet
yeah.
Spark, hello, how are you?
Hi, Jet
Mm.
Spark. Spark.
Hey,
Yeah,
Spark.
Jet
they should
Sports,
have a
long time no see.
disclaimer.
Hey, been a bit.
Yeah, a
Do that
lot
there,
of
Jace.
hey, how's it
Yep.
going?
Yeah. I also to continue on with your little thing. Um, I think I heard murmurs that they're planning on banning memes.
I've
Memes.
been hearing that on like if you watch the quartering, he was
Yeah.
talking about that YouTube is getting rid of memes. And I really don't think that's a really good idea. It sounds like a horrible idea.
I mean,
Um,
like,
Mm.
what about the channel Meminate? I mean, come on, like that guy is really, really good. I mean, come on. Sometimes, and again, all the rotating topics, even the ones that are just there to try to brighten your day up.
yeah,
Memes can do that. I
Memes
mean,
are
but no,
fun. The good old memes are
Yeah,
fun.
yeah,
but
memes
no,
are
no.
fun if they're done right, but
Yeah, if they're
yeah, but
done
that
right,
just
of
sounds
course.
like another
Yes,
yeah.
yes, I know. I've tried to
But
get on there. I know it was just some silly little thing that because given this is right around the New Year happened, and I just made it up, put it on the Discord. I really don't think it made the cut. It was just like, since all this stuff is going to be a political
yeah, there's more
crap storm, and it was just
okay.
But
Yeah,
they will never be able
hey,
to ban
Mora
memes
Kitty.
either way.
Well, it does seem like as closer we get into the summer and fall, the more like in my opinion, restrictions are kind of come up and stuff like that because of the election coming later this year. But I don't want to really get into that because, like, our rule here is like, we don't really talk about politics.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
channel.
But
So,
But well, what I'm afraid of, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. What I'm afraid though is that this is just another form of censorship by YouTube, and I can
yeah,
see that gradually. Yeah, I can see that gradually. Once they get rid of memes, what about your emojis? What about your avatars?
Then you have
Do they
you
think
have
your
basically have to remove
avatars would
everything.
be offensive? And they might get rid of your avatars, and I can just get rid of all of that.
I
You
think
that,
know?
the emojis are not going to be a problem because YouTube itself has their own emojis in the chat, so
yes.
I don't really see that becoming an issue. However,
But you can make your own, make your
the
own avatar.
avatar thing could be a problem, but I don't really see that being a problem either. But yeah, like I just from YouTube has done in the past, like the more closer we get to the election, the more restrictions are like gonna come up, in my opinion. And
Oh
sticking
my
to
gosh,
Kenobi,
I haven't
hello, how are
seen.
you?
Hail to
Yeah, I
Been
haven't
a
Steve.
seen
bit.
Steak Kenobi in a long time. Hail Star Wars, hey.
Yes, Star Wars, or
There we
how
go.
Hell
like,
expanded universe Star Wars.
yeah,
Yeah, the real
Well,
Star
older
Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah,
older
the
Star Wars,
previous,
the classic Star
before,
Wars.
yeah,
The
yeah,
taint,
before
the
Lucas
taint.
sold his soul
Yeah, and
to
it's
the evil
ironic
mouse.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, we don't really know anymore. I don't even know what's even real anymore. We don't really know how. I mean, Star Wars has become a mess. I mean, sure, like all the other authors, I give more credit to people like Drew Karpyshyn, James Luceno, Timothy Zahn. They have helped build the Star Wars universe
Yeah, I'm
with
not sure
their
myself.
expanding, and even Alan Dean Foster, of course, with Splinter of the Mind's Eye.
He wouldn't have had anyone for his surgery. He would have encrypted it. He would have done something. That's how Luke was. I really don't think that somebody put a gun to his head and said, "Sell out to Disney." Yeah,
No,
No,
there
like
had to have been some
I
thought
think
behind it.
I think that's
Uh-huh.
what detailed in Iger's book. I think he said he can probably make Lucas liable for something if he doesn't sell it to Disney.
I really like what Stig said there. That cracks me up.
Oh,
Star Wars is kind of like someone mistook nostalgia for necrophilia. The line between the two is wiped out. Ha ha
Oof,
ha.
oof.
ha ha ha. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, okay. How long, Raquel? And I'll ask each of you, gentlemen, also. How long have you been actually on YouTube? I've been on since 2008. I have two channels,
I've
so I've
been
been
around.
16 years at it.
Uh, let's see. I started streaming in November 2020, so it's been 4 years, I think. Yeah, that it's been that long.
Yeah,
4 years. Wow. How about
I
you, Jetspot?
well, I've been watching YouTube since almost practically since the very beginning. I didn't start like watching the video sharing site until about like 2007, watching stuff like Smosh. But I didn't register. But I
Oh
didn't
wow.
register my channel until about
Mosh of all
2012, and I
people.
didn't start putting content up until about like 2015 from
Mm,
PlayStation using its share features.
mm.
Some
Mm.
some videos I've made. Some have been lost to time. Like one of them was like a couple of montage. One was a lost montage of a game I used to play back when there pretty much were no real good shooters on PS4 at the time, at least ones that interested me. It was a free-to-play game called Black Retribution. You can still see one montage from that game on my channel. It's like
Yeah.
really buried down in there,
So
but I
technically, you're
have like
saying that maybe like as late as 2005, like about when it pretty much started, that you've been on it
uh
since the beginning.
not technically, no. I've really just more or less been watching it from like since 2007. I think even back then, I mean,
Yeah, that's
My grandparents didn't
cool.
have I don't think we had internet at the time. It was like very sporadic, but most of the time,
Meow
anything I
meow.
was doing on the internet was playing like
Moira's so
flat
cute with her
was
meows.
like flash games and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Hey, Jason. So, how many years
Oh, well, for
for
me,
you on YouTube so far?
well, of course, I have been watching YouTube since I was a kid, of course, and normally I watched a lot of Star Wars, fan film of Star Wars,
And she's
Dragon
a
Ball
meow
stuff, a
state.
lot of these kind
How
of stuff,
cute.
of course. Um, but like making an account and actually do something was in 2020 when I actually made an account for 540 Studio to do some content and stuff like that. Um, but on YouTube overall, without the channel, I, I don't know when fucking started. We just had a PC. We just have a PC, and then my dad showed me YouTube, and there I was on YouTube with bad internet connection. You have to like wait some minutes to watch the whole thing. So every time when I went to school, that's where I watched like YouTube all the time and didn't care about class. I was just
So,
like,
would
yeah,
you
I'm
say
gonna go on
about six
YouTube.
years?
Um, with the podcasting, we started in 2020. But I started watching YouTube when
That
I
you've
was
been on
20.
YouTube?
So
6 years, do
about
you
like
think?
the so I was yeah, I guess like about 4 years, I guess.
Yeah, just with streaming,
Yeah,
like 4-ish with streaming. But with you just watching YouTube, since I was a little tiny kid.
I
Shut up.
like
When I don't remember. I don't remember when that
Yeah, that's
was.
cool.
That's many.
Yeah, I had one channel. I had one channel that lasted from basically 2008 to 2016, and then after I married Suzanne, this current channel with Mikey Sue's been going since 2016 to now. But it was only last year that I started really, putting together streams and stuff. I can remember it was right around this time last year that I started. So yeah, um, I've known Raquel that long, and most everybody else I met. Cardinal Sin, of course, rest in peace.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
The
rest in
red shirt
peace.
guy, and JJ.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I met them all. So they're very nice people. All of them were, and they're still with us.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yes, but they're also very missed.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, with Cardinal, we know he's just with the aliens. We know he's with the aliens, chilling, having a great
Oh, for
time.
sure.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
just looking
and
down on
it's
the
good to see
spaceship.
Stig and Moira. They're both wonderful.
Yeah, singing songs and stuff like that, having a good old grand time.
Yeah, he's and he's just having a great time, and we're sitting here, and he's just like, "Oh, you fuckers." No, I miss Cardinal. I was one of the original co-hosts from some of his channels
Yeah, and
back in the
I
day.
believe it was I was there, and I believe yeah, it was a fun time. We had a good time,
Yeah,
Indeed.
and she
we
was
had me and Cardinal.
there with us, and
We had
Jay Aldridge and PvP, and never heard from Gap After Dark. If he actually came on my channel, we talked. Yeah,
I still have a pic of JJ's Star Wars gaming chair.
yeah, that was cool.
Perfect chair.
Um,
Aw.
I don't really think I ever saw that. I don't think. I can't really exactly remember.
oh,
I-
cool. Stig.
I've not seen it, but I take Stig's words on it that it's a perfect chair with some good Star Wars and all that. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, JJ will do watch parties and stuff. Uh, on his channel that I would go to. Let's see. Like I think it's been so long. Like I can't remember. Like which of the movies that he did. Um,
He attached a joystick to it. Oh, that's fucking epic. That's actually epic.
he attached a joystick to it for playing X-Wing.
That is amazing. That is cool.
X-Wing. I'm not really familiar. I'm not really familiar with these retro games.
That's a Star Wars game.
Unfortunately, it's a Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't really played any like Star Wars
That
games
sounds
or anything
cool that
like
he
that.
attached. He said he had attached a joystick to it for playing X-Wing. Now that's pretty cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, that is cool. Gave me some
Right.
ideas.
Right. He would do randomness at its finest, which is like a hangout stream, and he would do watch parties. A Knight's Tale. What was that other movie? Like Demolition Man. Oh yes, that's the one I was like, trying to remember. Streets of Fire. I like.
Is a
I
well,
didn't know that was
X-Wing
William
is
Dafoe movie. Is it?
yeah.
What you were saying, Mikey? I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. No, I was saying I read the book X-Wing. They call it Rogue Squadron, and Luke Skywalker was head of it until Luke Gentiles took it over. So they did a PC game. It's what Stig said right up there. It's a PC game from 1993. Yeah, it's still one of the best space simulators. It really is. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good.
I've been playing it,
good
and I
space
read the
simulator.
novel. Yeah, the novel about the Rogue Squadron. So yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, totally.
Cool.
So long since I played it. So long.
Oh, jeez.
I would say the Star Wars game I'm most familiar with. I think DJ Ronnie was playing it like a month or two ago. Check it out. DJ Ronnie, he does like
Oh yeah, DJ Ronnie G.
DJ Ronnie G. Yes.
Yeah. He's my buddy. He's my buddy. I've been on his show. We're all
You
friends
met
with
me
us.
as well. He
Yeah.
was doing astromedics. No, that's how you say it. Yeah, astro tricks stream last night
Is it
with stargazing
astrophysics?
and stuff. Very fascinating stuff. But
astronomical astronomy.
I wouldn't have the patience
Yeah.
for it, honestly.
Wait, who is this?
Novels, yeah.
DJ Ronnie.
Oh, DJ Ronnie G. Sorry.
Yeah, DJ Ronnie G.
Yeah.
I've been on his podcast a few times, and he was doing a stream last night with stargazing and stuff. He loves turtles. Turtle. Haven't seen his turtles in a while, actually. I missed I missed the turtle cam, and he also does like I think he does like Gundam builds as well. On his streams
cool.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, Gundam
Nice.
builds.
Nice.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, Stig Kenobi. Yeah, Stig Kenobi. I'm sorry, I was gonna say the Stig Kenobi. Yeah, I've only read like 3 of them, but they were all good. Yeah, there's like a total of 10 in the. Unfortunately, I only got to read like 3 of them. So you read one more than I did, buddy. But yeah, they were all great. Yeah, totally good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can't remember the title of it, but I know it's a Star Wars game. He was pod
Is
racing.
it Battlefront? Is it Star Wars Battlefront?
Maybe that could be it. I know it's a pod racing game.
Yeah, because we do have a Star Wars 1 Racer, pod racing game from
It's a pod racer one, and then there's one that's called Battlefront, where it's all about the clones and everything like that.
We have the original Battlefront and Battlefront 2, the originals, and then we do have the remakes. That was terrible.
Oh man, man!
God,
I had to deal with that on my channel, and just my God, it was a train wreck of a stream that I couldn't even.
Yeah,
deal
I
with.
get you. One of my favorite, or it used to be one of my favorite games in Star Wars, the expanded universe, and all that. That was SWAT War, and it's still going on. It's an MMO RPG game. But lately, after some years, they've changed everything with that fucking game. No, it's not connected with Disney or anything, but it's more of a microtransaction, pay to
Yeah,
win, and they've changed, a lot of the not the story, but a lot of choices with side things, and
yeah.
it's just so many things they have fucked up in SWAT
Like
Tour.
like the like the Eternal Empire in.
Everything is messed up lately, and the new stories are not as good. They're
Yeah,
kind of whack. I know they removed because back in the day you had to like level up your companions and actually do stuff to get your companion to be strong. Same with your own armor. You don't need to do that anymore, and you can put your companions on whatever you want them to be: healer, tank, whatever. You can put them on whatever you want now, and it kind of removes the whole point with the characters. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
changes, and
I wonder if Stig said that the reason they removed the ashtrays. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going, Jason. Sorry about that.
I
oh
found
no,
it.
no problem.
It's called Star Wars Episode One Racer.
Yeah,
I
so it
remember,
was the racer
I,
game, yes.
I remember this game. Been a, I don't know
And
how
because
long,
they
but
didn't want kids to
remember
smoke.
I remember
Yeah, they don't
the
want kids to
race.
smoke. I mean, there's kids who are as young as like 10 years old that play those games. They
Yeah.
find some way to fake their age and say that because they're only supposed to be a
Yeah.
certain age to play them, and they find ways around that and they actually play it. And so
We
I
all
guess
do.
that's
I've done that many years when I was young too. Always found my ways.
yeah,
But at the same time, I grew up with a dad who was a gamer himself, so that was completely
yeah.
fine.
Same thing with me. I remember. Oh, I remember watching my dad play the N64 version of Star Wars Pod Racer.
Oh yeah, the Dark Forces remake. Yeah, the remake. Yeah, I need to get that one, the remake
Yeah,
version. See if it's.
It's basically Star Wars Doom.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know it's really good. I played original, and it's like I don't really care much about a remake of it, but still, will I buy it? Yeah, I probably will, of course, and see if it's still good. With if the quality is good and the port works well and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's a PC game from 1993. I think still the best Star Wars space simulator game. Jason says I do agree with that.
Yeah,
There were 10 novels, X-Wing series. I only read 4 of them. They were great. I am not really familiar with the Star Wars books. I'm more familiar with the movies. Um, not all of the EU books are fantastic. Anyone who says that is lying. Ha ha ha.
I agree
Yeah, no,
with that.
yeah. Again, they do
I agree
have
with
varying
that.
levels of
Um,
quality. I
but
mean,
the X-Wing
look at
ones
most
were
of the
great.
new canon. I mean, I'm not gonna touch all the new canon stuff.
No, but it's like a lot of the expanded universe, the original, the universe that a lot of us grew up on. Not everything is amazing, like the most
Yeah,
wonderful storytellings and stuff like
yeah. I
that.
mean,
We have good ones, we have some meh ones, and then we have some fantastic ones. And it all depends on what your taste is in stories
yeah,
and
yeah.
writing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
absolutely do love Star Wars Darth Plagueis, and of course, the Bane trilogy was phenomenal in my opinion.
Yeah, they are good books in my opinion too. Two other books that I didn't care much about in the EU, for example, was with Maul, because I never cared about Maul. Even his backstory, I didn't care about him. So I was like, yeah, there are things here and there that's
Yeah,
okay, but I just
yeah.
don't
I
care
mean,
about the character.
we don't really need it, but also they did. But I mean, again, like based on everything, like what the Clone Wars sort of slightly retcons what the planet of Dathomir is like when it's more or less like a jungle world, more or less. I mean, how it's described in Dark Plagueis, and
I
it's
thought that Dathomir was more of a ghost because it had the witches, right? So it was more of a ghost planet.
the Night Witches, and again,
Yeah.
like Palpatine, like Maul was just given to Palpatine by by her mother because she was trying to hide her from Mother Talzin, I think. I think that's how, at least that's how it went down in the book when he visits Dathomir under like as a part of a mission for Plagueis himself under his public alias Hugo Damask.
And Stig was just talking about also if Lucas had decided to, like after he put the prequels together, if he was persuaded enough, he could have went ahead with the Plagueis arc and could have just went, even more prequel, before
Yeah,
Phantom Menace.
yeah, and of course, I think the Acolyte is gonna make that stuff even worse because
That
again,
broke the record of the most hated trailer ever in
yes,
Star Wars.
Wow.
yes, exactly the
Yeah,
point. I
that
Yeah,
mean, and again,
yeah.
they're trying to make again they still are trying to make it seem like the High Republic is the better era. No, seeing the KOTOR games, you could argue bits of SWOTOR and
Yeah,
the Bane trilogy, the new Sith Wars, and of course the Dark. I would say firmly, the Bane trilogy and Darth Plagueis are absolute canon to the Star Wars universe because there's parts of it that do connect to the Phantom Menace. I mean, there's literally a scene
yeah,
in the book where Plagueis is actually viewing Anakin and Qui-Gon from afar, and he
never say
actually,
never with Disney. Never say never. They can change everything either way, like they
yeah, we
normally
all
do.
know
Pretty
that, but
much.
he has the vision of Anakin becoming Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm. Sergeant Kenobi says, the remake of Dark Forces was good, just got released. The real Rogue One, for some reason, they removed ashtrays from the game.
That
Uh,
that's sad because I have an ashtray here. I
go ahead,
smoke.
Raquel.
hmm. Weird thing in the pod race in Star Wars Episode 1, all the shots go from left to right. And when DJ Ronnie G was like playing the game, uh it, he was a little bit frustrated with the shots in the game. Um, the choreographics are not quite good in that game. A little bit like subpar at best, in my opinion. Even the shit EU books keep continually, at least for the most part, with Disney Star Wars. Absolutely nothing connects. I,
Exactly.
I have to agree with you on that part.
Yeah, exactly.
Lucas with
I'll tell you one of my favorite. Yeah, go ahead.
no, go ahead, Mikey.
Go ahead, Raquel, and then I'll ask you guys something.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Lucas
so
have
from the
okay.
sequels, what was your favorite that you guys read? Yeah, sorry,
I
sorry
couldn't
about
say
that.
since I'm not familiar with the Star Wars books, so I don't really have any input. Um, Jason, what's your have
My
you did
favorite, my favorite story, because I love the expanded universe, and that is with Cade Skywalker, basically the last Skywalker to live, who wasn't,
Yes, Star Wars
yeah,
Legacy.
yeah, Star Wars Legacy with Cade Skywalker, and from him being a Padawan to become a bounty hunter and all that kind of stuff, and also the way he taps into the dark side, and you can see how it impacts him and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, that is my favorite story in the expanded universe. Always been Cade Skywalker.
hmm.
Always been on the top. And he looks, he's also the one that looks a little bit different. He also does the drugs, and he doesn't want to be connected with the Force. He is also, he doesn't like the name Skywalker because of what it buries with, with all the stuff that has happened with the Skywalkers. It's like so many things you can feel yourself into with him. It's just like a cool thing, and it's the way he looks. He also looks really different than the rest of the fucking family.
Yeah,
He has like
he's really rugged. Yeah,
yeah, he has like the longer hair. He has, a little beard tattoo, and he has tattoos. He has like, earrings, but they look a little stretched, with some bigger earrings like that. And yeah, he's just one of my favorite characters and arcs. in the expanded universe.
What? Okay. What about you, Jet?
Definitely, hands down, is definitely all three of the Bane books.
Hmm. Well, I guess I really need to like get into the Star Wars book lore because I'm not really familiar with it.
Yeah,
Um,
Darth Bane. If Darth Bane is literally the man that started the reason why there are only two Sith in the galaxy during the time of the prequels and even in some cases the original trilogy is because that doctrine was created by him. But
The
we
rule
already
of
know,
two.
yeah, the rule of
Novel
two,
might be his
two shall there
favorite.
be.
Reads like a
Good.
western. Yeah, that's
Yes, two
cool.
shall there be a master to embody the power and an apprentice to crave it. But before that,
I actually have two favorites with Star Wars. My first favorite book was Truce of Bakura, and that's what was just after Endor, and it brought together the rebels against a one common enemy, which was the Shiruk. And then my other novel I really enjoyed was Tales of the Bounty Hunters, and they had all their separate stories, which brought them together on board. Darth
yeah,
Vader's
yeah,
Superstar Destroyer to go after the
like
Millennium Falcon, and
yeah, like
Han
IG,
Solo and
yeah, like IG-88, the Trandoshan Jedi, the Trandoshan boss,
Chewbacca.
Dengar, all a lot of
So
amazing bounty hunters.
I really enjoyed those novels. Those were my favorites, and
Yep,
well, cool.
pretty good ones.
I have to get around to it sometime if enough time.
It's a lot to read.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing.
But
If I
I
have,
always say it like this, if you want to read something, just you don't need to start from the beginning. Just take one of the
Yeah,
expanded universe
Lucas.
books you think are
Yeah, I was hoping
interesting.
that Lucas would
yeah,
make Truce of Bakura a separate movie.
yeah.
That
mhm.
But
could have
like
been good.
again, but that's the thing that's sort of discounted here because
Yeah.
the thing is, a lot of people, especially this one channel who
Oh yeah,
has made
Tales
a
from the
lot of
Cantina.
uh, what are the time, Mikey? Jet, what you were saying?
one of the one YouTube channel that's about Star Wars that I really love named Jen Sarai One. He honestly, I think one of the
Sorry.
he actually has said that he got into Star Wars through the expanded universe, not through the films. To him, he actually says they have no more relevance to him as anything that he grew up reading and whatnot. So
Mm-hmm.
again, there are a lot of fans that got into Star Wars through the books or through any other sort of medium like comic books and whatnot. So it's really something. I mean, most common fans either saw the films, watched the Clone Wars, stuff like that, watched the more visual media. But some fans out there, and they feel like they've kind of been just shafted in a way, are the ones who got into Star Wars reading the books.
Right.
So that's mainly, and he has he has the most extensive knowledge as far as I can tell about the expanded universe, other than Reti 4, Antoine Bundelay, and Evan Nova 95. All those channels are amazingly good.
I'll have to check them out. Jason, what was the last thing you said? Like, I didn't really catch that.
When?
Uh, like, right before Mikey.
What did I say?
I'm not really sure. I couldn't like, exactly hear it.
I said a lot of things,
I'm
so
sorry.
I'm not
I'm
sure.
sorry if I interrupted. Sorry about that. Sorry.
It's
Go
okay,
ahead,
Mikey.
Jason.
It happens.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember. I talked about Kate Skywalker.
Yeah.
My favorite
Yes,
story.
you
Yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. No, that he's just more of a different Skywalker than the others, and that's what I love about him. And the way he does, he does drugs and he looks different, and
Yes.
being a Padawan to become a bounty hunter, and also be having a lot of his struggles and stuff like that, and how he builds himself up to be the man he became at the end. it's an amazing
Yeah.
story. And yeah, what I said, it was about books. Like, if you want to get into the expanded universe, you don't need to start from the beginning of the first expanded universe book. Pick up a book that you think is interesting, that, oh,
Yeah.
this has an interesting name. You just look through it a little. Oh, this looks interesting, and that can help you just go into it, in a way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like I said, personally, I would read. I would recommend anyone read the Darth Bane trilogy, or of course, since people want to bring up the idea, that whole point that Sidious brings up the whole. Do you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Well, the book Darth Plagueis by James Luceno is that tragedy, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
really good read. Heck, the first thing Plagueis does is kill his master on a outer rim mining planet called Boldemnik, and of course he stows away on like a on a sort of like freighter ship, and he slaughters the crew of that ship and takes their droid that was originally meant to be like a medical droid that they were just randomly using.
Mm.
And when he gets back to the immune home world, which is what Darth Plagueis is, he's immune. He's like this like dude with a very long cranium, has very very long fingers, and is like a tall man. He's kind of like though he's kind of like got the face of like one of those Easter Island heads.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks like that, but he's like this very tall, slender alien, and all of his kind munes are basically in league with all the galaxy's finances with the intergalactic banking clan, especially one of the people that bankrolled the Confederacy for all their battle droids during the Clone Wars.
Mm.
He's got that sloped face. He's got that sloped chin.
Lucas was heavily involved with Plagueis' book. Actually, oversaw everything. Filoni had Theon in the Outer Rim and DCW.
Tython,
Tython.
the Jedi. Tython, the Jedi Dawn world where the Jedi Order originally started, and also essentially the Sith too.
All right. In the Mandalorian, it was near the core. I guess it moved millions of light years willy nilly.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
Dave Filoni doesn't know anything of what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly. Of course he doesn't.
I haven't watched the Mandalorian, to be honest.
You don't miss much. You don't miss much.
Yeah, you don't.
The High Republic is a plot hole. Pieces of ships spilling out of hyperspace, not possible unless each piece was equipped with hyperdrive. Need one to enter and exit hyperspace.
Yeah, and exactly.
The whole High Republic is bad.
Yeah, there's no precise there's no like precise thing. I mean, there's no telling where you're gonna come out. Just as long as you come out of hyperspace, you're not near like any like large body, especially like a star.
But hey, the High Republic has the best character ever, called Geode, who is a geode, with a stone.
Yes, the quantum locked rock.
And that rock, aka Geode, also flies a ship called the Vessel. Amazing storytelling, Disney. Amazing.
Yes. And we also have a character called Avar Chris, who is the bestest ever.
Yeah.
Lucas made animated Shadows of the Empire movie in the 90s.
That's true.
I'm not familiar with that one.
I know there's a Shadow of the Empire book and there's a Shadow of the Empire game, but I've never seen
the game too.
Yeah,
I read the book. Yeah, I read the book but never played the game. But that's cool in knowledge because I didn't even know he was going to come up with an animated film. I didn't even know that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I have to check it out. Geode, only rock thrown in fake Lucasfilm Silver War.
and I still look at that damn reference board they have. Is like, again, same thing with the Acolyte.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you saying you're not pro war when literally war is in the title of this franchise?
Yeah,
nothing with that show is gonna make sense. It really will not at all.
Yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
with
Now,
this new Star Wars. I'm not.
according to Stig, um, and he and I both apparently, yeah, he and I both apparently like the tales of the bounty hunter. Battle droid bounty hunter was so freaking
Yeah,
cool.
IG-88, and I can't believe he was actually gonna start an entire. He was gonna try to start an entire droid uprising. That's crazy.
Yeah, sorry.
Hmm.
Yeah, IG-88 was my favorite.
I
And then of
haven't
course the
really
death of your
seen it, so
yeah.
I really wouldn't know. Um, but uh, Shane Chocolate's here. Has anyone seen that tragic accident tr- uh with that boat that hit the bridge?
Oh yeah, I saw that on side scrollers. Wow,
Like
that is massive incompetence right there.
I think there were. I think the ship was having power outage issues.
Yeah,
Um, and I guess like they couldn't really turn away at in time to the not hit one of the support beams of the bridge, and sadly hit one of the support beams, and everything just came tumbling down like a bunch of bricks. Um, like such a horrible tragedy. I
Yeah,
pray for the friends and family. Um,
really horrible.
yeah.
yeah. Were there actually any people on that bridge?
I think there were like a few cars on the bridge. I think they're like still in the cold waters, sadly, and they're actively right now searching for them. But it's gonna take time.
Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. Wow.
Hmm. Like like prayers to the friends and family at this time who are been affected by this unfortunate tragedy.
Yeah, but I know one thing. I think my grandpa had a close call with one of the Oakland Bay Bridge during the 1989 quake, or at least the one, or at least the highway section
That
that
was a
collapsed.
huge
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my grandfather, yeah, they lived like my family, my dad, my uncle, and my grandmother, they all lived out in Concord at the time, and my grandfather had to commute to San Francisco because he worked in accounting. And yeah, just before the quake went off, was actually on the bridge and he got home just before the quake hit.
Oh, thank goodness. Jason has to get going. Jason, do you want to plug yourself in before you head off?
Yeah, sure. And it was fun being here, but
Thanks
I
for
need to get
coming.
some sleep,
Oh yeah,
because
it's like
I
four
live in
o'clock in the
Norway.
morning. 4 o'clock
Yeah,
in the morning for you.
because I live in Norway, everybody. So of course I need to get some sleep before stuff I have to do to later today in that kind of sense.
Hmm.
Um, and I see that you're sharing the wrong YouTube channel.
Oh, I am. Oh, sorry. I'll
I'm
delete.
not you.
I'll delete that. I'm sorry.
It is in the private chat here.
I
That's all
said it.
good. A lot of people does. That's why I have like 55 subscribers on that channel right there, and I don't use it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just the
So
one I right click.
it's the one called 540 Studio.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say thank you for having me on. It was a lot of fun to talk about stuff. And Jet, always good to see you. Mikey, good to see you again. And
Indeed.
And of course, you can catch me on 540 Studio, where we talk about pop culture, of course, everything from Star Wars, Marvel, DC, and a lot of other stuff. Also working on trying to get the band on the channel now that we're gonna interview and talk about
Sweet.
music and their origin and stuff like that. Because we do also do interview shows. We've had, Chuck Dixon on, Mike Barron, Memnock, a black metal artist, and a band from another band from Norway too. We like to do different stuff, interview different people, and stuff like that. And no, Wednesday we have the five casts, and Thursday we do have the Beyond. So I also need to work later today before the other stream.
Mhm.
Um, but as I always say before I go, just remember life's too short, make the most of it. And we on this panel, we love you and appreciate you. And none of us would have been here today if it wasn't for any of you guys out there. Thank you for being here. Thank you for inspiring us to continue doing the work that we are doing here on YouTube. It means the world to us. And Raquel, thank you for having me on. It was a
Yeah,
lot of
thanks for
fun.
coming here. Please check out 540 Studio, also known as Jason Fox. Thank you for being here, and everyone. I appreciate all the support you guys are giving me. This would not be possible without you guys. Please support another, and most of all, have fun because life's too short.
Yep. And I will talk to you guys later. Have
All
a
right,
nice one.
you too.
Bye.
Bye. That was Jason Fox. Anyone? It. Uh, yeah, I don't uh have to check out his channel. Sounds really fun. I love pop culture stuff, especially anime.
Oh, too bad,
Um,
Jason.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was on his channel one. I was on his channel one time ago. In fact, he's the one that actually helped me like do more stuff with stuff like StreamYard and help me like further
Sweet.
like push my channel further than it has been, even though I still got a very, very long way to go. But it's also fun just be collaborating with other with other
It
content
is
creators.
like collaborating, supporting with each other, hanging out, and just having a good time, and and that's important. So I would like to, one of my main
Yeah, that's
goals
cool.
here is just to have fun, support one another, trust another, and just having a good old time. Really, I like this to be a place,
Yes,
where
we
friends
have a very good and
um
it was like
can
the
hang
has
out.
such a good community, and we
Hmm.
represent a lot of different channels, a lot of different aspects, and well, just about anything random of it. We all love to help each other and maybe make some people.
Uh-oh. He didn't finish his sentence. Um, but yeah, definitely support one another, collaborate, and just having a good old time. That's what's most important.
Yeah, and that's always the major point here.
Hmm.
And but sometimes you gotta be careful. You really gotta be careful who you really trust. Because sometimes you gotta be careful. You just don't know if someone's just putting you on there just for superficial reasons. I know sometimes I'm just worried that I'm just gonna be there just to get my opinions on certain things. Because if I know something is garbage, I'm not. If I know something is garbage, you already know I'm gonna avoid it like the plague. That's something
Well,
everybody should know.
that's totally fine. We agree to disagree. You don't have to like the same thing. Also, I'm gonna say congratulations to Deleted Scenes for reaching 2K subs. A huge milestone for him. So, congrats, Deleted Scenes.
Yeah,
If you're
Nice.
watching, um, he was just celebrating his 2K subs on his channel like a couple hours ago. Uh, so congratulations, Deleted Scenes.
hey,
Jason
yeah,
Fox.
well, good night, Jason.
I will have a stream on so you get the view. And everybody, thank you so much, Jason. Sick Kenobi, good to see you, man. Hope you have a great time, man. Yes, indeed. I like to talk
Excellent.
pop culture stuff. I love pop culture. entertainment wise, um, stuff like that. I also like westerns. I also, I love the Clint Eastwood western movies. Those are my particularly favorite ones I like to watch.
I'm actually planning on doing a review of Clint Eastwood's series Rawhide sometime in the future.
Ooh,
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
I
So you,
definitely have to catch that one.
yeah, I would definitely recommend that. And like I say, uh, what I was gonna do was ask Jay Eldridge if after we do 18 that we could do Rawhide because I know he loved it. It was great with Clint Eastwood, his early years, and played Rusty. What was his name again? Rowdy Gaines. Rowdy Gaines. Is that it? Something like that. Anyway, yeah, it was a great series back then, and a lot of people don't remember it, or they tend not to want to remember, and that's actually how you got to start. And I really would like to pursue that show in those episodes and definitely do a thorough review on them. I think a lot of people would then appreciate it and go back to it. So yeah,
Hmm.
that planning for that in the future. Yeah, Rawhide, definitely
Definitely sounds really good. I definitely have to catch that one whenever you do so.
cool, cool.
Hmm. Definitely. Let's see. I don't really think there's anything going on news wise that much. Um,
Well, how many total people died for the bridge collapse and from the cars? Because there were cars that actually ended up in the water too. So my wife, I think she said like 12 people died.
Oh,
That's the last I heard.
uh, I don't really know the current update with it right now. Um, really, but
You could check on it. Yeah, you could
if
check on it quickly if you wanted to, Raquel. The updates on
um
the.
if that's really true, prayers to the family and friends.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know the Coast Guard's saying right now finding survivors is unlikely. Um,
yeah.
so definitely prayers to everyone who was affected in this horrible tragedy. Um, yeah, very very sad.
Well, I know the thing is, those sort of things are always any sort of seafaring vessel. They always gotta. It's always best that everything, all the systems are maintained properly. And
Hmm.
I know if somebody, and again, if they're out at sea and their ship breaks down, yeah, it's probably rescue. As long as they manage to get a sort of mayday hail out to somebody, or they're about to experiencing any others have trouble, they probably won't be found for days, if not weeks.
I know someone on Twitter was saying like they should have used a tugboat. Like a tugboat's not really gonna really do anything. Like a tugboat's like pulling on a huge ship. Um,
And you
like
probably need multiple boats in order to tug something
yeah,
that size. I mean, that was a large
yeah,
cargo. That was a large cargo ship.
yeah. Like a tugboat's not gonna tug a large cargo ship like that. You need like something more bigger and sturdier to do that.
And heck, here's the thing
Yeah,
though. If you saw Godzilla -1, it took like over four. It took like over 20 boats just to tug one of the battleships they used to try to trap him.
Hmm.
right.
Yeah, it's
I guess the best metaphor. Yeah, I guess the best metaphor would be a tugboat to a freighter like that. Would be like an ant trying to put a leash around a cat, and then try to drag the cat out of
interesting
the street.
analogy, but yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, definitely prayers to everyone who was
Yeah, I could just
affected to
like
with
that.
this very sad uh tragedy. Um, yeah, terrible, terrible.
Oh,
Um,
definitely, definitely.
and anywho, I saw like today that McDonald's will start selling Krispy Kreme donuts in 2026. And like, McDonald's is really known for like donuts, though. I mean, I know like
I
they
mean,
serve
yeah,
breakfast and stuff,
and they
but
serve pastries.
Yeah,
I mean,
very bad. Yeah.
whatever happened to their apple pie? I didn't
And
like those things.
just Sparks,
mm,
I was admiring your Blue Angels
Oh yes,
jet
this
there.
was made.
I used to
Yeah,
watch
this
them
was
back
made.
in the day, back in the
Oh, I saw them last year.
overhead. And then when I used to live in Colorado Springs,
You
Colorado, I saw them fly overhead. Oh,
yeah, yeah, I know. I've seen both them and the Thunderbirds at air shows before. I mean, heck, I saw the the Blue Angels last year at the Great Tennessee Air Show. You can if you look on my Instagram, you can chronicle all the things I've done at that
yes.
I've shown off at that air show.
hmm like I saw the Blue Angels
Yeah,
when
I
I
love
was
them
still
both. Yeah, I
living
love
in
them both.
Buffalo, New York. So that was really fun to see.
It must have been fun seeing them fly over Lake Erie.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And we lost Mikey again, but he'll be back.
Okay.
Also, Netflix is gonna have an animated series coming up soon about the Ghostbusters. I
Hmm.
have the I think I have the Ghostbusters animated series, the original one, on DVD.
Oh, the real Ghostbusters,
Yes,
or
yes.
okay.
I haven't got to it yet, but I will. I do have the physical DVDs for that. But
Yeah, and there was another Ghostbuster series that's more well known and a little more darker than the real Ghostbusters were. It's called
really,
Extreme. It was called Extreme Ghostbusters.
Extreme Ghostbusters. I have to check that out.
Ah,
Thank you for letting me know that.
But I've never actually seen it myself because I
read
mean
it
the only
back.
thing I knew about Ghostbusters is really the films, and I mean I know I like the original one. I have the original on DVD, but it's kind of scratched in places from the place I picked it up from. It was an old video rental store that was pretty much going out of business.
hmm
So yeah, so I've got the original Ghostbusters. I've only seen bits and pieces of Ghostbusters 2. I've watched Ghostbusters
Well, when
Afterlife.
I heard about the movie, see it,
Well, wait,
and
Ghostbusters
he said it was
or
good
Frozen
but
Empire,
not
the latest one
great.
that came.
And then I heard
Yeah,
from the lead.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, the
I
latest
heard.
one. Yeah. He
Yeah.
said, yeah. Suzanne and I are gonna. Yeah, Suzanne and I are gonna go see it this coming Thursday. We're gonna go see it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I
Yeah,
hope
I
it's
know.
good.
And I mean, it is good. It is good. It is really good. But there are some things. I mean, some of the complaints are, yeah, it's a pretty loaded
Yeah.
cast with a lot. There are a lot of characters. Some look like they've been, and some characters look like they have been shafted. Even a couple characters from Afterlife have been kind of shafted in the movie. And of course, I think there are some things that they really would have gone a lot further in. I watched Watch Mojo's a list of Watch Mojo, the things that were the best and worst aspects of the film. But one thing that of course, one they listed as a positive was something I kind of view as a negative. They really went further in with it. I'm pretty sure it would have made all the people who were DEI and all the other crap and all the modern stuff we see in Hollywood, that I'm pretty sure most people are just like tired of seeing. There's something that I'm pretty sure they were not, they probably were hinting at it, but I'm pretty sure they probably were originally planning on going to go further with it, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Had this other character basically says to one of the main characters, what's this third wheel doing here? To one of these characters, one of the characters from Afterlife that gets shafted in a way. But yeah, I mean, I'd say Frozen Empire was a good movie. Just I know this movie should have felt a little bit more like more of a true passing of the torch. I mean,
Well,
now
I like the fact that they were able to bring back everybody from Afterlife. Afterlife.
Yes.
We bought Afterlife, so we've seen it a number of times. So glad they brought everybody back from that movie, which I'm definitely
Mm-hmm.
happy about. And the fact that Peter and Venkman and Dana are married, and I was like, wow, okay, so those guys finally did marry each other, and I'm just wondering what happened to Oscar. Where's the
Yes.
kid? He's the only person that's missing from the cast. I'm
Yeah.
assuming he's
Yeah.
grown up and he's going to school or something. I don't know. It's been a
Probably. I don't
while.
know. I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that Afterlife really sort of like brought a lot more things together, and it really sort of expands the lore and connects everything to the original movie. Mostly connecting everything to the original film, more or less. And it's a nice little tribute send off to Egon. I really like the fact that it follows it follows Egon's daughter and his grandchildren, which I really really liked about it. It felt more heartfelt.
Mm-hmm. I do want to announce. I do have a Discord. You can follow me on, and hang out and talk with me and my friends when I'm not on streaming on YouTube. And here is the link for that.
You are.
Let me just put it in the chat real quick.
Oh,
There you go.
for
Also, you can follow me
sure.
on Twitter
Yes,
as
it
well.
was.
Same name as the channel. There you go.
It was
Yeah,
just
I'll be
Sparks. I
like,
agree with you.
I would say, let's see here. I think on Thursdays for this time being, I say, yeah, I would say, yeah, Thursdays or Tuesdays, either Tuesday or Thursdays. On my Discord, I'll be doing hangouts on there. So when I'm not streaming, so yeah, definitely join there and hang with me and my other friends and just having a good old time. Well, glad to have you. Let's see here. So Elon Musk is bringing up the topic about like getting rid of the block button in favor of a stronger mute option on Twitter/X, and that is obvious. I think when I speak for everyone that the obvious answer to that is hell no.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. I mean, what you guys obviously know, like muting a conversation, it's different. Like you just don't hear the conversation. It's still going to be there, but blocking someone, I know that is like blocking is a rampant problem. It's just from people who obviously don't like agreeing with other people, or some. I
right.
know I've
But
used it from people who are like obviously spamming me with weird stuff. I mean, I've dealt with weird people on
yeah, it's
on
it's just it's the blocking button is really for like, yes, for people that don't like each other. It happens. People don't really get along with everyone. It's how it is. But it also is for your own safety, as
yes.
well. Plus, for a networking social website, especially when it's like available on on Apple and iPhone, you must include the ability to block abusive users.
Yes. People who
Yeah.
Yeah.
spam you say, I mean, I know how people are, how people can be, but it's really, but I know, but I've dealt with more creepier people than like, people who outright have been malicious. I mean, I just laugh at people who act malicious toward me or more or
Yeah.
less try to
I,
debunk them, but
Uh,
I've seen people's true colors.
it's just
uh,
it's sad, really. Also, like right now, like with on Twitter/X, like I'm having like an annoying problem with these uh Japanese bots liking and following my Twitter profile.
You think that's bad? I'm getting liked by obviously bot accounts, so like they're trying to sell a freaking like they're trying to sell their freaking OnlyFans or whatever.
Right. I just got like a message the other day, like with this other this Japanese chick profile asking me to follow for them with about their jewelry products and give
Yeah,
them money and like
and it's the exact same thing. It's the same kind of crap you see on Instagram too. I mean, obviously you have people that keep their stuff keep their Instagram private until you follow them. It's just that is such a vain way because I mean everything on my Instagram is open because I got nothing to hide.
And then yeah, and then the scary part now too is I thought that YouTube had, you know, community guidelines and things like against people that would show like nudity material. And
mhm.
already Facebook and YouTube, I see lots of soft porn, and I'm like, wait a second, isn't this stuff supposed to be banned, or isn't
I
it
could
No,
supposed to be
no,
blocked?
say the same for Twitter X. You
yes.
have to be very careful what you put in the search bar, or you'll get like a certain surprise.
Oh my god!
Not because if I just look at this person's profile and it's like, oh dear God. And I
Yeah.
mean, I could say the same thing. I know Cameron Pasha. I think I do like the guy. I would like to talk, like actually have him on my channel and talk with him about like writing stuff and storytelling. But yeah, you can tell in many ways the guy kind of simps for a lot of these like attractive hot chicks and whatnot.
Well, Raquel and I dealt with the guy named Milton Copper. Oh my god, that man was insane. I mean,
Wait,
he was
who?
quoting
Save.
things from. His name was Melted Copper. He was quoting things from
Oh,
Charles Manson. It was talking
on
about all sorts of stuff. And he, yeah, and he exposed himself on Resolute Charm, our friend Resolute Charm's channel. Just
uh,
complete full on nude. Like, yeah, scary shit.
oh
Oh my
wow.
Excuse
gosh.
my language.
I
Sorry
You
about
I
that,
think
guys.
that's bad? I
I
think I
didn't know
remember.
about
Yeah,
that.
I
yeah.
remember playing. Sorry.
Uh, before we uh get into that, I like to say have you guys heard of like there is a new movie for the Never Ending Story coming up.
Oh
I thought
boy, never
I thought it was a reboot. It's not a reboot. It's going to be
remake.
based. Well,
Because there
it's
were
not
only two.
a reboot. I'm hearing from it's like a series adaptation from the Slow Horses banner seesaw adaptation with the book. So it might be like like a reboot. But
Oh,
I don't think so. I think just gonna be like uh a continuation. I think. Like I don't know how many books are there. I think they're just
I
one but different chapters. I guess.
well, I was only aware, Raquel, and maybe you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I was aware that there was two books, maybe three, but they only did the first two books. And actually, the first two books they combined the stories to make it two different stories, two different movies, because we own them both. We had one and two, um, but they were talking for years about doing a third one to make it a trilogy, but they never did. And now you're saying they might do that? That's weird.
Let me look. Um,
And if it's a reboot, it'd probably be even worse, because uh, because the continuing story, the never
like
ending story two, they got rid of the Sebastian character and changed the
Oh
princess,
my
and
god, I'm looking at something here.
yeah.
Oh no,
let's look
they
here.
must have seriously purged me of all the channels of most of all the channels I follow. Oh god, I think this
Uh,
is the first.
oh, bookmarks. That's why I like bookmarks. Yeah, bookmarks really help. Let's see. I need to try. I'm see. I'm
Oh
trying
wait,
to
no,
see.
no.
Uh, if it's a reboot or it's just a continuation here. Um, let's see. It says it's a remake.
No, wait a second. This is the wrong thing.
So I'm guessing it's a remake. But from what I know, most people are familiar with the. Most
And
people
we
are
haven't
familiar
say me
with
out, or
the
you might be busy or asleep. I don't
first
know.
two
It
movies.
is 11:30 your time there.
But uh, yeah, first two movies the people are more familiar about. Um, but there is a third movie which not a lot of people know of. I didn't even freaking know it. Um, so I haven't really got around to it,
Yeah.
but I would definitely
Okay, there we go. I got on the wrong
um
on the right one this time. It was just
I
my
would definitely
name.
gotta watch it eventually. Yeah, we got the never ending story from the 80s. And then you got the sequel, Never Ending Story 2. Um,
That's weird.
Well, I mean, for me,
Because
I don't have much
I'm pretty I'm pretty
reference.
knowledgeable.
which
Uh,
is released in the 90s. So we got the original one from 1984, second one sequel 1990, and the Never Ending Story 2. I mean 3. Sorry, 3. That was released in
I'll be
96.
right that time.
No, not 96. 94. But it wasn't. It was deemed a critical and commercial failure, so it didn't do well. Um, which is, I guess, why most people haven't really heard of it. But I definitely need to rewatch those three movies and definitely get into the third one since I haven't really watched it before. But yeah, it's gonna be a series. Never Ending Story is gonna be a series of film based on the book. Um, how close it's gonna be to it, I don't know. Hey Tim, how are you?
What's up? I'm gonna play Fortnite probably in like 15 minutes. I don't know if you're playing tonight. I'm trying to reach out to Phil or Punk Waddle. Yeah, so I'll hang out for a little bit, but I'm gonna play some Fortnite in a bit.
Sweet,
Yeah.
that sounds good. Um, well, I'm gonna get something to eat after this.
Yeah, and I think I need to get going myself
So
too.
maybe
Jet, do you play Fortnite?
No, and I would never want to. If you're gonna, if I'm gonna,
Boo, bro, boo.
if somebody's playing,
Joking, bro.
somebody's telling me to play Fortnite, the only way you get me to play Fortnite is you put a gun to my head. Even then, I still
Whatever,
wouldn't.
dude. Whatever. Okay, whatever.
I got that much forever. I got.
It's good to see you, dude. The Yaira stuff, dude. I plan on reading that comic. Because
Yeah, I'm
there's a lot
waiting.
of controversy going on with that. I plan to because the shirts are $5. $5. I'll
Yeah, well,
buy one.
everyone's hating on it. I don't know what's up. Something else. I don't know what's going on with Ethan Van Sciver. He has really seemed to be crapping on everybody. The guys in the Jack Show, Flash, Yellow Flash, Eric July. What is it? Everybody okay with him?
I know Raquel doesn't like to talk about drama. I just like
I
friendly
don't,
fire,
and
right?
I don't know anything about that really. So, yeah, to each their own, really. Tim, I might be playing Fortnite later on today.
Okay, cool.
I don't really know. I need to get something and something to eat first and stuff like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
I have been watching some anime. And one of the anime shows I have been watching is called Ninja Kamui.
Thank you
Um,
guys
I don't know if you guys have heard of it or not, but I'm gonna share it on screen.
for
Very
Um,
cool. Very cool.
It's called Ninja Kamui. It's about a ninja who escaped his clan and was going into hiding with his family. So he's a former ninja on the run with his family. And but unfortunately, the his clan found him and his family, killed his family. Now he's out for revenge, and stuff like that. And it does also involve robots as well. So it's definitely very interesting. I would definitely, if you guys are interested, definitely check it out. I'm only let's see, I'm like 7 episodes in right now. I don't know how more there's going to be. How so it's going to be 12 here. So I think I have like let's see, episode 7,
You have 4 more.
like I have 4 or 5 or something like that to go. But I am really enjoying it so far. Yeah, like if you guys like ninjas and robots, definitely check this series out.
Raquel, what streaming is this on Netflix or is this on
This is on
Crunchyroll?
it says it's on Netflix, but I'm assuming you can watch it on Crunchyroll as well, since it is anime.
Okay. Yeah. Later, Moira. Good to see you.
Yep, Mora's here. Meow meow. Jet, you say you have to get going. Do you want to plug yourself in before you take off?
Yeah, like I said, you can find me at JetSparks373. I have a link tree, so you can find me on all the platforms linked there. And of course, you can always catch me on a podcast known as The Gaming Den on my friend Bear64's channel. I plugged his channel. He also does his own live stream. He's currently doing a let's play of Pikmin 3. So go check him out.
All right. And my stupid bot is not behaving itself. It's not doing what I commanded.
Maybe have you ever tried this? Do as I command, bot.
I did.
Do it now, not
and it didn't-
later. No.
Let's see.
What?
Did I thought I did. Hold on. Let me try this way.
Get to the chopper!
No, that was
You know what I'm talking about.
There you go.
That was Megatron.
Follow Jet Sparks on his channel. There you go. There's
that's
the
great.
stream elements.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you
so
for-
good.
Thank you for coming, Jet.
All right, thank you. Peace out, guys.
Thanks,
Later,
Jet.
Jet.
Now,
No,
so
it's
how
not
have
the
you
tuna.
been doing, Tim?
Yeah, how you doing, Tim?
Pretty good. I'm waiting on Diana. I should invite you. I should have invited you to we had the Kira Toriyama, passed away. Rest in peace. And
Right. Rest in peace.
Rest in
I'm
peace.
wondering how that's going to affect Diana coming out in the fall, because there's not concrete release dates, which is
Hey, Lemon,
is a
how are
pro-
you, my
yeah.
favorite moderator?
What's up, Lemon Pie?
Hey, Lemon
But
Pie. Well, for far as
you know
I
what I
know,
mean, Raquel?
I get what you mean. As far as I know, the Dragon Ball Zamia is being released in the fall. From what I'm
Yeah, but my point is, there's no concrete dates,
right. I get
right? There's
that.
that can be an issue. That's what Star Wars has been doing. That's the major complaint, because they'll say, okay, this is coming out at a certain point, but it doesn't come out, and they constantly change the stuff. The creator, right, Akira Toriyama, right, had some influence, but he correct me if I'm wrong, he assigned somebody else, right, Raquel, to kind of take over in the past, right, for the new
Right.
content. So that's not super alarming as Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Universe fans, right? There's somebody that he entrusted with kind of the key to all of this, but it just again, there's no concrete dates. What Raquel, do we know that all of Diana was filmed? or edited or done before he passed away.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I know what you mean. From what I'm hearing, Akira Toriyama's son, Sasuke Toriyama, even though that's not confirmed, there is, I guess, words going around that his son is gonna be the new owner of the Dragon Ball franchise going forward. It has not been confirmed. Um, that's just
Which is good though, because it's
it is
son.
good. But it hasn't really been confirmed or anything like that. It's just like speculation going around, I guess, at this point. But if that's really true, like kudos. That would definitely make any for me and Tim and any Dragon Ball fan really happy because I would like to see that going forward. Tim, speaking of which, have you checked out? There is going to be one of the Akira Toriyama's works that I would like to watch. Is
Ooh, I saw
called
that.
Sandland. Um,
Yeah.
yes, and I know there's a video game coming out as well, which I think is going to be sometime next month, I think, as well. So definitely
I
like to get into that.
That'd be cool.
I'm really excited about that. To
Mm-hmm.
be honest, it looks very Akira Toriyama, and there's obviously themes from that. You look at characters. I can see the Bulma character. I can see the Goku and the Kid character. Like, there's obviously
Mm-hmm.
themes from Dragon Ball Z and like the Red Ribbon Army. Like, it's just like it's apparent in the artwork or the animation. I'm looking super forward to it because this is one of his last works. And everything he does is just like a gold mine, to be honest. He hasn't done many, but like a Christopher Nolan, to be honest, he's very focused. He chooses his work wisely, and whatever he touches is gold because Dragon Ball Z or the Dragon Ball universe is what sparked anime being cool. If you didn't have Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and everything else, One Piece, or the Airbender, or everything else, Demon Slayer would not be cool if it wasn't for Dragon Ball Z. People forget
Mm-hmm.
that where it originated from, and I'm just like, do you even know
Yes.
anime where it originated? And I don't know how they don't pay homage to Akira Toriyama and just like the work he did. The animation is not super complex. It's enough. It's enough to be realistic, to be a grounded type like animation. Obviously, there's more dynamic animation, and that's what makes it so cool. But like this was like this is pretty much the Bible for anime. To be honest, this is what got me into anime. Like when I was like coming like as a jock, right? Jock, oh man, a jock is a nerd. I would come from basketball practice, waiting at captain of the basketball team, waiting for basketball practice to get over so I could watch freaking Dragon Ball Z. That says something, right? I
Yep.
love Dragon Ball Z.
I
Yeah.
love the franchise Dragon Ball, but there's other works I'm not really familiar that Akira Toriyama did. Doctor Slump is one. I'm just getting into it's a part of Dragon Quest. It's called Dragon
Yeah.
Quest Adventures of Dai. Um, there's like anime of that. There's the original one, which is for some reason or another was discontinued or canceled. Um, uh, go watch the new anime. There's like 100 episodes. I haven't really finished that yet. And also, I'm reading.
Raquel Slump, because I'm looking at because he integrated. Remember in Super that the character from Slump that like literally like folded the earth or was like whole smasher style. She was a
Mhm.
broken character. She had purple hair. She was like a little child. I don't know her name, but it's called the Slump. And then they had Sandland, right? That's the gaming that what we're talking about in Kawa, and
No,
then
no,
they
no,
had
no, no.
Ed and
Um,
Jocko.
as I was saying, I there's other works of Akira Toriyama that I don't really know well. One of them's
Yeah.
Dr. Slump, Dragon Quest. There's also like a book and slash anime series or like manga, like actually book slash manga, however you want to call it, an anime series that's called Dragon Quest: The Adventures of Dai.
Okay.
Let's see, Sandland is also part of that I am not really familiar with. Sandland has an anime series coming out this month, and also a video game that'll be coming out next month as well. So I'm looking forward to that. And there's other works of his that I like to get into, that I'm not really familiar about.
Yeah, Dragon Quest looks very similar to well, all of the animation looks very similar to Dragon Ball Z. I just wish I would
Mhm.
have explored a lot of this, to be honest. Because like I love, both of us love Dragon Ball universe, and I love
Of course.
Naruto, or whatever. It's different, but I feel like that was directly inspired. But what they made cool is having different tribes, like Last Airbender. But I feel like all of it was kind of predicated on Dragon Ball. But I'm looking at the like what he said, Dragon Quest, right? Right.
Mhm.
I'm googling it. I honestly never watched Dragon Quest. But supposedly there's some games. But the lead character looks like a younger Goku or Gohan, which is interesting.
Mhm.
Uh, so is it kind of Pokemon-ish too? I don't know.
A little bit. There's some creatures, that kind of look like Pokemon and stuff like that, but they're not really. There's like the raindrop monster. Yeah, that's just like one of the monsters Akira Toriyama made.
Yeah, yeah. It just yeah. There's you can tell it's Akira Toriyama. Like his animation has a certain style, in which I really like his style. It's more practical. It's not super stylized. It works, and I appreciate his style. Like yes, when I look at like any of his different stuff, which I wasn't really aware of, because let me be honest, like you recall, like I don't know, like the only thing I knew that he did was the Dragon Ball universe, but I heard that he did some games. He had some other hit series, but this is like his this was his Hollywood card, man. Or this was the thing that made him famous.
Pretty much. It's definitely like lightning in the bottle kind of thing with him.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, because before this, to be honest, like he wasn't like he had some couple hits that I was looking on the Wikipedia, but it didn't send him into the zeitgeist, right? Where people weren't
Yeah.
like he was like pop culture, right?
Mhm. I have known about other Akira Toriyama's work, but I just didn't really get around to them. There's like a video game that I know that's called Dragon Quest. I'm just not really
Hmm.
sure which one it is. I know it's a PS2 game.
Oh, I'm looking up right
Um,
now.
let's see. I think it's called Dragon Quest. Uh, oh,
Ooh, they got a lot of games.
yeah, they got a lot of games.
Yeah, I've never
Let's
had a
see.
chance to play that myself.
Yes, Dragon Quest 8,
It's something like
Journey of the Cursed King. Yeah, that's the game I'm more familiar with Dragon Quest. Honestly, I have not played it. I would like to eventually. And yeah, it's like you said, Tim. A lot of the Dragon Quest characters
Yeah,
look
I'm
quite a lot
sorry to
to
say I'm
Dragon
not
Ball Z's
that
characters.
familiar with Dragon Quest myself.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I liked it because some of the characters look like the characters from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, they all kind of blend together. Like when I watched that trailer for the new game by Akira Toriyama, I was like,
Mhm.
wait a second, is that like Bulma? Is that
It's
like Trunks
There's
right
like
there?
Hey,
Or
Tim.
cheetah for one.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah,
I
I've
was
seen it.
laughing
I was like,
so hard.
definitely.
And it was like the Red Ribbon Army over again, but they're just calling a different product. But like what they do is so nicely though, they do give them a different power set, and there is a different storytelling of that. But I'm like, come on, Akira, show a little bit more effort in your style of animation. Like we know it's this character, but at least change him up a little bit more. This character just like looks directly like this character, but with slightly different clothes. Like
Well,
seriously, you know what I
to
mean?
be honest, um, like, what's his name? Hiro, Hiro Mashima. Like, the one he's more familiar with Fairy Tale, but that wasn't.
Oh, I like Fairy Tale.
Yeah, I'm more familiar with Fairy Tale, but I'm also familiar with his early work, which is Rave
Okay.
Master.
Ah,
Unfortunately,
cool.
Rave Master was never finished. Um, you can still get the manga, but the manga is a little bit more hard to come by since it's out of print. Unfortunately, but that's one of Mashima, something like that. Earlier works.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, hopefully
what
I'm
It,
not
series are you talking about? Hold
it,
on, what's the name? I'll look it up.
Rave Master.
Rave Master. Okay, let me check it up. I haven't seen Rave
hey, Raquel.
Master, so I'm genuinely interested. Okay,
Yeah,
I
make
found
it.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask a question while Tim's looking that up. Um, so you know that we lost. This goes with in relationship to the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which is totally
Mm-hmm.
awesome. I still watch it on YouTube all the time. I'm the younger, I appreciated the Amy, Johnson and all the
Oh yeah,
early.
she was my first
Uh,
crush.
yeah, yes, yes, absolutely, Tim.
And
Uh,
Topanga
oh,
Lawrence.
yeah, thank you. And what about Thuy Tang, the Asian one? Oh my God, the yellow chick. Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
totally cool. Anyway, my question was, since we lost Jason David Frank, Tommy, was the guys, yeah, was Shuki Lee and those guys, did they decide they were going to still do some more uh, Power Ranger type spin-offs, or what did they decide to do after Tommy passed away or Jason passed away?
Well, I can answer that real quick because they did a
Okay, cool.
film. Raquel, you probably remember they did a film last year, right? On
It was like a union kind
Netflix.
of. It was like a reunion kind of thing with the Power Rangers. Um, I haven't really watched it actually. Um,
Was
but
it a documentary? Was it on YouTube? I thought it was on YouTube.
It wasn't a documentary, it was actual film, and it was a
Mhm.
Oh,
homage,
okay.
but I thought it was very bizarre though, because they didn't have the original Red Ranger back.
Huh.
And
Oh, from
he's
what I'm
alive.
hearing, like not all of the characters who did who did the first season of Power Rangers came back to the reunion.
Yeah. And
Oh, they
Amy Jo
did.
Johnson didn't come back either. It was
Mhm.
just like it felt like very Dollar General. Like you had some of the OGs like Billy,
Hmm.
but like all the other characters, like you didn't have the original Pink Ranger, you didn't have of course the Green Ranger, he died, so fair enough. But like
Sadly, rest
you
in peace.
didn't
Well,
yeah, yeah.
Amy Jo did do a a live stream, which I downloaded, with her remembrances of Jason David Frank
Yeah, which
in
is
the
whatever
early years and
though, but
everything
like
else. But she wasn't there. You're right, but she wasn't there when you had the guys like David Yost that played Billy and all them. The original guy that was Jason. And they had all those people that showed up, but Amy just did her own thing. I don't know. It was weird.
I
Yeah,
think
I do
it's
remember
stupid.
seeing that.
Yeah, it's just like an ego thing. Because they all think they should be like a main character, which they're not, because she didn't do anything after that. But like, I just have issue with her not showing up. Like the original Black Ranger showed up. I know like
So was the
Black
Blue
Ranger, and
Ranger?
he was a yeah, the Blue Ranger and the Black Ranger showed up, and the Blue Ranger was like, the Black Ranger, when it was not offensive to call him the Black Ranger, he showed up, but all the other people couldn't show up.
I guess
You know
for
what I mean?
like
It's so
scheduling,
dumb.
scheduling
Yeah.
issues, stuff like that. I
Yeah,
don't,
that's true.
I don't know. But yes. You're,
But
what you were
also a thing,
asking,
Raquel,
what you were
is like
asking,
scheduling
scheduling.
and
Yeah.
paycheck. Like how
Well,
many?
yeah.
Like let's be honest, Raquel. Like how many of those Power Ranger actors are actually working actors today?
I
None of them.
have no
Not
None of
idea.
many.
them.
I have
None of
No,
them.
some are, but not many.
None. Like for some reason, Hollywood
No, no,
doesn't hire
no.
them after that.
Amy Jo has done some stuff. Amy Jo has done some stuff other
Like
than the Power
what?
Ranger stuff. So,
Like
well,
what?
she's been on. She's been on. Oh, somebody told me she was on CSI.
See, you have to
One of the
think about it. It's
CSI
not like
spin-off
she's been
things.
on Ellen. It's not like she's been in a
Yeah,
Transformer
no,
film. She
no,
was very pretty,
no,
but
no.
she's never
She's just
been like
she's
a
just done bit
list.
parts. Well, true, but she's just done bit parts. I mean, she has worked.
So
I mean,
there's a
she has
difference
worked it.
between like bit parts and being mainstream. That's what I'm bringing up, right?
Sure.
Her career essentially died after she left the Power Rangers. She short lives. Like all these Power Ranger
After she
actors
left them, right? Sure. Yeah.
never go past the series. To be honest, call a spade, man. None of these
Yeah.
no one that's came out of Power Rangers has been really working in Hollywood. Let's be honest.
I wouldn't really
None.
know about that. But Tim, like what you were asking earlier, it's called Rave Master or the Groove Adventure Rave. It is by Hiro
True.
Mashima. So I was right about that.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I wasn't really
that's
sure
nice.
about his
right.
last
You're
name.
right about that, Tim. You are right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shame because
Raquel, we
there's
were
some
talking
good.
about the anime.
But like I said,
Sorry.
those two
Yeah.
played Billy. I mean, I thought he'd be in more stuff. Like some of these other sci-fi series that that Sci-Fi
Yeah,
Network did. I thought maybe he'd be in a
it's
few
the
things
same
like
thing
that.
with the CW actors
But
too. I think
yeah.
a lot of CW
So
actors are
there's a
really
much, I
good.
guess, after Jason
Like the
passed away. Okay.
yeah. I
Mhm.
think a lot of CW actors are really good, but they don't get a chance for some reason because they're in that niche market.
Yeah.
Like the guy that played Arrow is a fantastic actor. He was in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, but he never got a Hollywood movie after that because it wasn't well perceived. But I think he's a really good actor. I don't understand. And like, I'll watch some people that are like, "Damn, that guy has it," but because they're on the CW, they don't get a chance, and I don't understand it because I'll go into Hollywood film and I'm like, dude, how did this person get a role? Because like who are they paying? And, like because like I see people working their butts off on CW. I know a person that was in my acting class has a role in All American. He still hasn't made it. I mean, he's getting modeling campaigns, but I'm just like wondering. It's like, how the heck is this dude not getting a role? It just like I don't know how Hollywood works. It just like you see horrible actors getting these roles. So it just that's kind of my question. I get oblivious about it because
Yeah.
yeah, I don't understand sometimes.
I don't
Maybe
know.
I'm ignorant.
That's how I guess how Hollywood rolls. If you're not kissing the ass, you're not gonna really get in anything. I guess. Um, Unfortunately. But
Absolutely
Nice.
um,
true, Raquel. Absolutely true. Yeah.
anyway, what I was mentioning earlier, Tim, is the anime I was like saying earlier, is called Rave Master or the Groove Adventure Rave or Rave. It's one of Hiro Mishima's earlier works. I wasn't really sure about his last name, but I got it right. Um, it was his like I would say well known franchise that he was well known about for the time. Um, yeah, unfortunately, the anime is discontinued. You can still get the manga if you're lucky, but it's out of print. And from there, I found about Rave Master, and he's doing something. He's doing let's see, there's I think Fairy Tale 100 Quest. Yeah, 100-year quest. And there's another franchise that he's doing now. I forget the name of it. I haven't really looked into it. Actually, yes, Eden Zero. Eden Zero is going on right now, and some of the characters are really familiar with Natsu and Urza.
Is the creator Hiro Mishima?
Hiro
Hiro?
Mishima, yes. So,
Yes. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
what you were saying earlier, that some of the characters look like Dragon Ball Z from Dragon Quest. It's like that with Hiro Mishimiya's work with Fairy Tale and Eden Zero.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like that anime, and I'm reading about it. It seems interesting because, like, they're all seeking kind of. I read the synopsis. It's kind of like they're all seeking kind of this power source, right, and trying to
Hmm.
hone on their abilities. So yeah, it seems pretty cool. It says the Shonen magazine from 1999 to 2005. That's just kind of when the series ended. But like Raquel, you're talking about like this series is like ongoing as far as like animated, right?
Which one is? You mean with Fairy Tale? Like I think that's ended.
Oh, Rave
Eden.
Master. Sorry, Rave
No, no,
Master.
no.
Sorry.
Rave Master, like with the anime series, it was discontinued, unfortunately. You can still get the manga if you're lucky, but it is out of print.
Okay, cool.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
know Eden Zero is currently ongoing. I don't know if they're
Oh,
gonna
cool.
do anime series with Fairy Tale with the 100 Crest. I don't know if they're gonna do an anime series with that or not. I guess we'll have to see about that. But if they are, yeah, I'm really interested. Yeah, Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest. Um, if they are going to
Nice.
do anime with that, I would definitely like to watch it, and I definitely need to get into Eden Zero as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Fairy Tale I actually really liked. It was like on Netflix, like that's my first exposure. They only showed one season and I was like waiting for season 2 and everything else, just like One Punch Man. I was like,
Mhm.
yo, this kind of reminds me of Naruto, the
I had a
character.
question of
Oh yeah.
either of you.
Hmm.
What was the official? What was the last movie came out on theater, or was it on Netflix when they did?
Say it again. I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear.
Oh, I was asking what was the last anime type film that they had on that
Okay.
actually went to theaters, if it was in theaters.
For me, I think it was Demon Slayer.
The last one I watched was the Broly movie,
Demon
but I
Slayer. Okay.
know like Ronan watched which
Oh,
one Raquel.
the last one I watched. Oh! I thought you said that, like I misunderstood.
Which one you recall too? Yeah,
I thought you said there was any anime that I
the
know that
last one.
was appeared in theaters. Okay, the one that I watched. Oh, okay. It was Dragon
Right.
Ball Super one.
Yeah. Well, Raquel.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was the last one I watched. But
When did
like,
that come out?
you know,
Yeah,
what was
Dragon
that?
Ball
2 years
Super
ago?
Super Hero. Let's see. It appeared. What did it appeared in the
Hold,
US? I think it
yeah.
was like
Hold on.
a year later that I
I'll
knew.
Google it real quick. Dragon Ball
Um,
Superhero. It was the Superhero one,
Was during
2022.
COVID?
yeah, so it's been 2 years.
Yeah, yeah. No, this was post COVID, and this actually made more money than the Broly movie because like the rise,
2 years.
like that, yeah, yeah.
2022. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
this made more money than the Broly movie.
All right.
So like
Yeah.
the fandom
Um.
is growing.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
Definitely.
I was asking
Definitely.
my niece because, yeah, because she collects those. She likes the animated films.
But
Sweet.
I also want to bring up something too, because like Ronan covers anime like
Okay, cool.
Central, and there was
So
another movie.
so does Brandon, the anime guy. Um, what was the other movie you were to talk about, Tim?
Oh yeah. Brandon also. Shout out to him.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I swear I swear there was another movie they were talking about, like
Oh yeah, Brandon.
Pegasus, like you know what I'm talking about with Pegasus or
Pegasus?
I have
Pegasus.
never heard of it. I
Ho-
don't
You know what
know.
I'm talking about? Like with
No.
the gold wings on that. Like there's another anime that released, but they did it live action, so it wasn't like animated, but it
Oh,
dropped in theaters. So technically that was after the Dragon Ball Super superhero, but Ronan went to see it, and I think probably Brandon did too. But I heard they were not too super excited for it. But like as far as like Raquel, this is a conversation I want to have with you another day. But I did really like The Last Airbender, and I did
Mhm.
really like One Piece live action. So
Cool.
just
Yeah,
saying that.
I need to get around to those eventually. I know it's not anime, but the last movie I saw that was animated was The Boy and the Heroine by Hayao Miyazaki last December.
Nice.
Really good. It actually got an Oscar, believe it or not.
Ooh, what streaming
it
service is
did?
it on? Like what streaming service?
I guess you can check out HBO Max if it has it.
HBO?
Yeah, HBO Max or Max, so you want whatever you want to call it.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
Yeah, it might be there. I'm not really totally sure, but
Oh, cool.
yeah. But I need to get something to eat. I'm hungry. I'm like staring at my food right now.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
But I
We
want
don't
to
want to
say
starve you, dear. No, we don't want to
no.
do that.
The chicken
She's
sandwich is
looking at
calling
sensitive
my
bean, everybody. Sensitive bean.
Sensibine chicken sandwich is calling my name. I want to say thank you to Mora Kitty, Dick
Yeah.
Kenobi, Jason Fox from 540 Studio, Mikey, Tim, Lemon Pie, also, see if I'm forgetting anyone else. Sorry if I am. You got Jet Sparks. Let's see here.
No, I think you got everybody, Raquel. I'm going through it myself too for you to help you. Yeah, it looks like you got everybody
I did?
that I
Okay.
can see.
I
You had a
just want
bot RX on there, but yeah, I don't know what that
bot,
was.
yeah, the bots are on there. But hopefully I'm not forgetting
Yeah,
anyone. But if I am, I'm sorry. But yeah, I think that's everyone. I think. No, like
yeah,
there's
everyone. Don't forget to catch Raquel. She's on 4 platforms. She's on Discord. She's on X. She's on
mm-hmm.
Facebook, and she's on YouTube.
Yes,
So
And
I
make
please
am.
sure you
Hulk
catch
smash the
Raquel
like
SSG
button, like,
2021.
Yes,
share,
Hulk smash.
subscribe, leave a
So
comment
Oh yeah,
below. And if your power level is over 9,000, subscribe to the channel because she's awesome. Boom,
Thank
let's
you
she
go.
is
guys. Like
awesome.
There we go. There we
this
go.
And also don't forget that notify bell. So because then you'll be notified of when she does her future gaming.
Yeah.
Because don't forget she has a gaming channel too, and
yes,
live
I do have a
events like
gaming
this one.
channel. It is the gaming channel is Raquel SSG 2211 Gaming. Let me get the link out real quick.
That'd be
And
good.
not the cowbell, darn it. Just like the regular channel. All right. We love the cowbell. We love the cowbell. We appreciate the enthusiasm, right? You
Well,
subscribe to the channel,
we
right?
need more
Meow.
cowbell.
All
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right.
we need
That's
more
what
And
we're
cowbell.
saying.
there's my gaming channel. I usually stream on the weekends, so check me out there. Playing Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy, which I'm slowly but surely trying to finish. We're getting there,
Yay!
folks. or no worries. But thank you guys so much for being here with me. Also, you can follow me on my Twitter account. Follow me on there for updates when I'm going live. Also, please do join me on my Discord server for hangouts that I'm gonna do on Tuesday and Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday nights. So check me on there and join me and just hang out and have a good time when I'm not streaming on live here on YouTube, Twitch, and hopefully soon to be Rumble as well. I love you guys. We should really support another. Just having a good old time and stuff like that.
Yeah, support our channel. And make sure everyone supports their channels, their friends' channels. Spread the word because this, as
Definitely
Lee
click that
says, this is how we win. Yes.
Yep, click that notification bell for
Ding,
when I'm
ding,
going
ding.
live like that. Yes, click that notification bell. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate you all. And with that, I'm gonna get some meat and catch you guys later.
All right, Raquel. Take care.
Bye.
Later.
Bye,
If this is your first time
everybody.
being here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Raquel SSG2211. Catch you later.